Andrew Morton is the journalist that the Princess of Wales handpicked to reveal her disillusion with royal life. She even gave him a nickname, Noah, short for noted author and historian. His 1992 book, Diana, Her True Story, revealed her deep unhappiness with her marriage. Few people knew her mind better, and he says that when BBC reporter Martin Bashir walked into her world, he changed it forever, but not for better. Good morning, Andrew. You were the person who, in a way, started this entire chain of events with your book. What did you make of Martin Bashir's interview in the Sunday Times this morning, in which he said, "I never wanted to harm Diana in any way, and I don't believe we did"?
Well, when I first watched the interview back in 1995, it was like watching the TV version of Diana, Her True Story. So Bashir used duplicitous means to get Diana to sit down in her sitting room and give the interview, but she was the one who owned what she had to say. So an awful lot of what she did say had been circulating before that, but because it came out of her mouth, it seemed sensational, raw and new.
Do you think that she would have done this interview anyway with somebody somewhere if she hadn't done it with Martin Bashir?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's a queue a mile long outside Kensington Palace. Oprah Winfrey, Barbara Walters, Clive James, David Frost. The BBC had their own man, Nicholas Witchell, who had 2 meetings with her, and then Bashir swooped in and said, "I've got contacts with Earl Spencer, we're looking down a different road," and his boss said, stand back. So there's no question at all that Diana was going to speak her mind.
I think there may be an allegedly in there somewhere, Andrew, but I think that the central point I really wanted to get at is, would he have got this interview if he had not lied, or would it have gone somewhere else?
He wouldn't have got it. It's as simple as that. He scared her half to death. He had her thinking that he had contacts inside MI5. He was very plausible. He arranged meetings in underground car parks, scary places at the best of times. But when you think that your life is in danger, it was very potent. So she was put in a state of fear and trepidation, and that encouraged her to speak out. And so when she gave the interview, it wasn't a question of self-indulgence, as many people thought, but it was a question of self-preservation. She thought that she was a target. She thought that from what Bashir said, she was under the gun or in the sights of the establishment. And remember, she'd lived like this for most of her adult life.
So in a way, you're lining up with the Duke of Cambridge here, because Prince William said last week, "It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others." And his brother said, "The ripple effect of a culture of exploitation and unethical practices ultimately took her life." I mean, in a sense, what all three of you appear to be saying is that the manner in which Martin Bashir got this provoked a kind of, I think the word has been used as paranoia in the princess, that meant that what she then said was reflected that fear.
No, I disagree with William and Harry on this, and I do find it ironic that it's a bunch of old Etonians, including Earl Spencer, who think there's a line between the interview and Diana's death. I mean, Diana wanted to speak her truth, and she'd been stifled for a long time. So yes, she was terrified into doing the interview by Bashir, but no, what she had to say was very much reflective of what she really, truly felt. 3 of us in the marriage, Queen of People's Hearts, all these things that she would have probably said these kinds of things to somebody else, Nicholas Witchell or some other journalist. It so happened that Bashir beat the pack by lying to her, and that's how he did it.
Where do you think this leaves relations between the royal family and the BBC?
Well, relations between the BBC and the royal family were at an all-time low after the Panorama interview. They really turned their backs on them, and they've been rebuilt over the years. Now, of course, when you've got these extraordinary public statements given by Prince William and Prince Harry attacking the BBC, then they've got a long way to go to restore that trust.
You're a distinguished journalist, Andrew. How does what's been revealed by this scandal leave you feeling about our trade? Well,
this is the phone tapping moment for the BBC, and remember, the News of the World was involved in tapping Harry and William's phones, and that newspaper was shut down. This is a black day for British journalism, and I think that we should all reflect on how you obtain an interview and the process by which you carry it forwards.
The BBC's phone tapping moment. Thank you very much, Andrew Morton.